And I do believe we are live, guys. Back on the channel with a bit of content for you. We're very excited for this one. Annapurna Interactive Showcase. The mighty Annapurna today are going to be bringing us some awesome games, as always they do. Definitely one of my favorite publishers out there, so I'm very excited to be doing this one today of their showcase they're going to provide for us. There's going to be some good stuff, guys. Thank you so much, everyone who is joining us. It is awesome to see you in. And thank you so much to my good friends Luke and Scott for joining me for this one. As you guys know, I love these guys dearly, and it's a pleasure to have them join me again for this show for some Annapurna goodness, as I know they love the Annapurna too. So yeah, how are you doing firstly, Luke? Are you doing well, my friend?
I am, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Annapurna always have really good stuff, and I think probably of every indie developer at the indie publisher at the moment, they have the most games I'm looking forward to. So yeah, nice. One in particular, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Awesome stuff, my friend. Yeah, they've got. Is that the one I think you were going to say, maybe? Well, no, but maybe that's the DLC factor as well to mention, I imagine. Yeah. We will get to that in just a second. But thank you again, Luke, for joining me. It's very awesome to have you. It's always a pleasure. You know, we have some good chats. We have some good times. And like I could say that for my good man Scott as well. Thank you so much for joining me again, Scott. Like I say, you are a fan of Annapurna too, so this is going to be a fun one. How are you doing, brother?
Doing well, mate. Thank you very much for having us. Yeah, really looking forward to this, actually. We've spoken about it a couple of times, but there's almost something special if Annapurna is sort of associated with the game. You know, it's kind of got like this almost seal of quality. You know, if Annapurna are publishing, it's got me interested. So really excited for the show tonight.
Definitely, totally agree with that. It's definitely they haven't even been going that long. I think it's 2016 or something they established or something like that. I think I saw the other day.
Yeah,
and it's quite amazing the reputation they've built so quickly. So yeah, obviously they had the film division though, didn't they first? So I think maybe the interactive side of things came in then. So I think they had they were more of like a film sort of I don't know what you call them, studio or something before that. So yeah, but in gaming they're quite new, but they've become very dominant, and you know, they do this awesome showcase of like creativity, focused games, kind of like artistic games I see them as, and definitely really enjoy what they do. They've got that sort of that thing down, in my opinion, where it's always got something, you know, artistic, as opposed to like the Devolver. They're a bit more edgy. They are also awesome as well, but yeah, they have their own kind of almost niche where it's you know, they do awesome stuff. They bring indie goodness into our lives. Yes.
What more do you need?
What more do you need? Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose like just two publishers or one publisher, you know, to supply me with games for a year, then I think it would have to be Annapurna or Devolver. Probably Annapurna for me are edging it lately, especially with the games they got coming up. Yeah, so let's jump into a little bit of chat about what we hope we might see, what we think we might see, all that good stuff. But yeah, thanks again everyone who's joining us. It's awesome to see you coming in. I just want to shout out quickly a few of you guys, and then we'll chat about what we're hoping to see. Definitely would love to hear what you guys are hoping to see in the chat as well. Shout out to Judzilla for joining us. Thank you very much for being here, my friend. Let me know if there's any issues with the sound, by the way, guys, or any anything like that. Any tweaks we need to make. A little bit rushed around today. Dropped my Omno review a little while ago, and also was on Mr. Boomstick XL's show earlier, so I decided to pack it all into one day for some reason, but it's been fun. Looking forward to this one now. But yeah, shout out to Judzilla, my main man. We got Invader Gaming in the house. We have got Looper, Assassin Looper. Always a pleasure to see you, Looper. Thank you very much for coming by. And we have Shizno Elite in the house. We have Mike from NLG. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, maybe I have pushed it too far today. We've got Mike from NLG in the house. We've got Back from the Dead. We have got, who else do we have in here? And anyone else who's joined us, thank you very much for being here. I see one other face. Blizmo in the house. Thank you very much for being here, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to just quickly whip over to the other side of the room and just grab something. And Luke, would you like to let us know what you're hoping to see, what you're excited to see, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, so I don't think we'll get many surprises per se. I think, you know, that what we'll see are probably known quantities. But that's not a bad thing, because I think a lot of the games that they will show, we haven't actually seen lots for, which is, I think, a good thing about Annapurna. They don't seem to oversaturate their showcase, you know, when they're doing trailers or anything like that, and they kind of keep it quite limited, but wanting, you know, you're always wanting more. So I think for me, you know, as you probably know, there's been rumors and Steam database findings of a piece of DLC for the Outer Wilds, called Eye of the Universe. Annapurna in their trailer for this showcase had a small clip of the Outer Wilds, so I would expect to see it here, and that one I think is the biggest one for me. I've eulogized about this game too many times, so I'm not going to do that again, but it is fantastic. Yeah, just give me more of it, because there's still some great stuff I think to discover in that universe. And then that's probably closely followed by Stray, because we've not seen much of that, but it looks fantastic, and I think today's the day where we'll get, you know, some more advanced gameplay. You know, we'll actually see that game running and stuff like that. So very much looking forward to it. But there's lots more. Awesome. I do apologize. I had to run away from that, so I didn't hear any of that. But let me guess what you said. Stray, Outer Wilds. Yep.
Would I be right?
Yeah, that was it.
Well.
Yeah, nailed it.
I apologize. I had to run away. I just had to pop a couple of cheeky medication, but there we go, just to make sure I get through the show. This is gonna prop me up. But yeah, yeah, so what would you say your one thing, if you had to say one, just as a quick summary, one game that you'd love to be?
one thing is the Outer Worlds DLC.
Outer Worlds DLC.
If I could only see one thing from the showcase, it would be that.
Nice, nice, my friend. And yeah, I know you're a massive fan of it, and I know we've got big issues over that, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got significant, deep-rooted issues about your failure to play that. And you, Scott, you don't laugh either. You need to play that game.
Yeah, you know what it is? I have played it, Luke. I just couldn't get into it.
I don't understand. I don't
That's
understand.
the same as me.
People.
You know what it is? So what happened, Luke, is I took off. I landed on a planet where there was water tornadoes.
Oh yeah.
I died, and then I happened to confess. I think what we might need to do, Luke, is maybe we need to do like a little bit of a playthrough.
Yeah.
You sort of guide me and Indy through the sort of, because I think part of it is that maybe just getting to grips with what the game is, because I think it's very different to like a typical game. It doesn't hold your hand in sort of any way, does it?
No,
so I think maybe just a little bit of a nudge in the right direction might be something that maybe me and Indy need. So maybe we can get that on the cards.
It's kind of like I had all these like tools and I didn't even know what they were for. You know what I mean? And I agree. I love games when they don't hold your hand. I love that. But also you have to know a little bit about what you're doing, in my opinion. If there's anyone tuning into this, so I was just gonna say, if there's anyone tuning into this who don't usually tune into the channel and they're looking for Annapurna goodness, no doubt we have just lost their chance as sub now.
Yes. Yeah. All you need to know about like the conceit of that game is that there is a time loop going on where the universe effectively implodes every 20 minutes of real-time game.
Yeah, I knew that much.
The whole task of the game is just to find out why that happens.
Okay.
Essentially.
I do remember like decoding some sort of alien language and stuff. So I did play a little bit. It's just I think it was a little overwhelming's not the right word, but it's kind of the word that's coming to mind. It kind of confused me a little bit, if that makes sense. So
it does not hold your hand at all. Like in any, like even remotely, it doesn't hold your hand. So I get that. But
I did like it when I did like blasting off and guiding the ship, and then when I got on the planet, I was a bit like, no, I don't like it anymore. I'm only kidding. We will make it happen one day.
You run an indie channel. You run an indie channel, and this is your opinion on all these games.
I love it.
Shocking.
I love it. No, we will fix that one day, I'm sure. We will. Scott, my friend, I know you're a big fan of Annapurna, as I've said many times already on this show. But yeah, what are you hoping to see, buddy? There's some cool games on the way. I know we've got some fresh announcements as well, but you know, from what we're hoping to maybe see turn up again, that maybe we'll get a release date for, or anything you're hoping to see, my friend. What is it?
Yeah, so you're right. In the Annapurna are great. I mean, was their first game What Remains of Edith Finch?
I don't know if it was their very first. It was one of their early ones for sure. I think it was 2018, was it, or something like that? I think they had more before that, but that one's an amazing one.
Yeah, no, that's kind of one of my favorite games of sort of recent times. So I'm being perfectly honest, it really opened my eyes to basically a whole new genre of games, and and sort of introduced me to Annapurna. So, but I think in terms of games I'm looking forward to, apart from maybe seeing something a little new, new things are always cool to see. Maybe something a little left field that maybe not too many people are looking forward to, but a game called Neon White. I don't know.
I saw that one.
Remember that? So, it was almost bizarre. I can't remember where we first saw it, but it's essentially a first-person action card game. Is probably the best way to describe it. And it looks really fast-paced. Like I say, it's in first person, and you use cards to do sort of attacks and things like that. So, that when I first saw that, it just looked completely different to sort of anything else I've seen. I do like card games. I've never seen a first-person action adventure card game, and the same with that is. So that's probably the one I'm most looking forward to seeing a little bit more of, and possibly a release date. I think they have said that that's due to come out this year, but they haven't gone beyond that. So it'd be interesting to see if it is, and if so, when. I think that's come to Switch and to Switch and Steam. And I also share Luke's excitement for Stray. It's kind of one of the most intriguing games they've sort of shown off, and I think we don't know an awful lot about it. I think that really adds to the intrigue. So I'm hoping we'll see a little bit more of that. I'd love to see just a little bit about the loop, that sort of thing. 12 minutes is out next month. So I imagine we might see maybe a short trailer of that, just as a little reminder that it's out in August. But
quite possibly.
I don't really want to see too much more of that.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because you don't want, you want to save it for the experience, don't you, with that game kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
but they may do a little sneaky one, like you say, just to remind people it's coming. But
yeah, I think that's fine. I think
Yeah.
that's fine. If it's just something little, just say, look, remember this is out soon, and then move on to the next thing, I guess.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, there's also, for me personally, the Artful Escape. I don't know if Luke or I don't think you mentioned I got, but the Artful Escape is a game I'm very much looking forward to, because I do love music in games, and it's just done so well in that game. It appears to be anyway. Haven't played the full game. It's obviously a Rockstar who's actually making it, who's ex Rockstar who's turned into a developer, which is a cool story, and you can definitely here you could, obviously the music is epic in the game. It's proper like rock music, and it's definitely like it feels like it's coming from a Rockstar, that game. So yeah, and I'm into that. But yeah, like he's Australian, I believe, the lead developer, and like I think I did look him up on YouTube and watch some like videos of him. They're pretty good, actually, pretty good band. Can't remember what they were called, but yeah, they had, like, there's a bit of a sort of isolated rock scene over in Australia. I don't know if you know much about the music over there, but they have quite good rock music over there, and it's it doesn't reach out of Australia as well. But yeah, pretty cool, and looking forward to Artful Escape. Hopefully it'll come up. I'm thinking it could be a release date for that game. I feel like it's very far on. I feel like maybe it's being held back maybe for today. I thought we might see it at some of the previous shows. But yeah, what do you reckon, Artful Escape, guys? Are you up for Artful Escape?
Yeah. Go ahead, Scott. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, when did we first see that, Indy? Was it back in something like 2017 when we first saw that on Xbox's stage, if I remember right?
I think it was 2017, yeah. Yeah, I think it was that, actually. It was on the Xbox stage, yeah. Like, it got the full trailer treatment on the main, Xbox stage. Looked really, really cool. So the timing, could well be right. That's why I thought we might see it at E3, you see. I thought we might see it at Xbox E3, but it didn't show up. So I'm wondering if it's being saved. At the time, I thought it might be being saved for some sort of Apple exclusive reveal or something, because I think it is coming to Apple Arcade as well, which is quite random, but not that random really, but because games come to Apple Arcade all the time. But yeah, like, it's looking good to me. Stray, definitely really intrigued about that game. It would be cool to see some deeper dive on it, like you say, definitely. What do you think the gameplay is going to be like? Stealth mainly, guys, or
of Stray? Yeah, I think it will probably have some of that. I think it'll have, puzzles, probably environmental puzzles, and exploration. So I think it will be a different type of game, if that makes sense. I mean, it's not going to have the usual mechanics that we might expect in a third-person game, obviously, because you're a cat.
Yeah.
And
I want a machine gun.
Yeah, a machine and a double jump.
Yes. Well, you might get that with a cat. You never know.
You never know. They can jump pretty high.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'll be a mixture of all those things. So stealth, some puzzles, other bits and pieces. I think that's one of the most interesting things about it, actually, is that we don't really know.
Yeah.
How it plays. I mean, I've seen very brief development clips of it being played, but all that told me was that it's in third person, and the camera's kind of behind the cat. So, but that's it, and it looks great. So it's going to be really great to actually see it. See what it goes on with.
I was doing it just ahead of the show. I thought I'll have a quick look at the Annapurna website and just refresh myself about what they've got in the pipeline and that sort of thing. And when I looked at Stray, what it says here is it says be stealthy, nimble, silly, and sometimes as annoying as possible with the strange inhabitants of this foreign world.
Nice.
And when I read that, I kind of got almost Untitled Goose Game vibes.
Okay, yeah. Do you think there might be some comedy in there?
That
then
makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, just with particularly when it says sometimes annoying, obviously that's kind of the whole point of Untitled Goose Game. So it'll be interesting just to see, and how that game had maybe sort of environmental puzzle type elements. That's maybe the type of thing that I'm expecting. Obviously a completely different style, but maybe something in that vein at least.
Definitely. That sounds interesting. Yeah, like I say, stealth makes sense for the cat and all that, and yeah, with that element of fun in there too. Oh, we are looking at about 8 o'clock right now. I'm just sharing it out on Twitter. Seems like everything's going past so quickly today. Thank you so much, everyone who's here with us. I'm going to bring the stream up now. Doobity-doo. Let us know in the chat, guys, what you are hoping to see. And again, thank you for hanging out for this one. It should be a fun one, definitely. Shout out to Dragon Wolf, who's dropped by. Lady Foxfire has just dropped in. Awesome to see you. Graphic God is in the house. Thank you very much for being here, Jay. And Meisuko has arrived. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming by. We've got Dark CMF in the house. Thank you very much for being here. It's Timmy is in the house. Thank you very much for coming by, my friend. And Shizno Elite, I don't know if I said you, but thank you for being here, my friend. Let's see. I'm going to bring up the showcase. Any final thoughts, guys, on this Annapurna goodness while I bring up the show?
Not too much. Just looking forward to it.
No,
Hopefully it'll be a good, fun show.
Yep.
Beauty. Let's see then. Let's get this. There's nothing showed up at the moment. Have you got anything on your end? While I pull it up.
Yeah, it's live for me.
It's live, yeah.
It's waiting for Annapurna Interactive for mine. That's weird.
It's just kind of like an intro sort of collage.
Oh, what the hell?
Sort of thing.
Mine's not anything like that. Oh my god, sorry, I was holding it. I was delaying. Let me get this then. That's weird. I've got the right link. I'm refreshing and it's not doing it. That's weird. So you've got live as in. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I've just come out and come back in and it's actually working right. Sorry about that, guys. Terrible. I was refreshing and that wasn't working.
I haven't missed anything.
God. What the hell? Pressed the wrong one. Excuse me, guys. This is pulling it together. Oh my god, we've got Artful Escape.
That's it. Indeed, you need to make sure you get that done quickly.
Quick. There we go. Artful Escape. We got it. We're live now, guys. Sorry about that.
Folks think they know who I am.
Are we getting a release date, guys?
Yeah, why not?
Have you considered becoming someone else entirely?
Let's hope.
Else entirely.
New trailer. It's looking good. Oh yeah.
I've decided to create the most elaborate stage persona the world has ever seen.
Okay. Will you be down for dinner? We're having enchiladas.
The boy you loved may already be gone.
Let's go. Can't wait for this game. Oh my god.
We're going on a ride.
I love it.
Dilated pupils of the cosmos.
Oh yeah. You know you love it, Luke.
The art style in this game is cracked.
It's immense, isn't it? Yeah. Starring. Ah, nice. Don't know who they are, but.
I recognise Lena Headey.
Nice. Yeah.
No, am I thinking Headley? That's the one from Game of Thrones, isn't it? But that was Heady. I think that was
was it?
else.
What's the release date prediction, guys, if it is on this? Give me a date. Give me a date. Quick.
October 19th.
Love it. Oh, September 9th.
Oh, that's close. That
Yes,
close.
baby. Yes, I told you it was going to happen. I love it. Good stuff. What a start.
Hey, we can just switch off for you now.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm Ben Esposito.
Donut
In
County.
2018, I released Donut County, a wholesome game designed for kids and adults alike. After that, I decided that my next game will not be for kids or adults. It'll be a game for freaks. Neon White is a
there you go.
single-player speedrunning FPS where you can sacrifice your guns for godlike parkour moves. You play as White, a dead assassin plucked from hell. As a Neon, you have 10 days to purge heaven of a demonic invasion, but you're not alone. Only the fastest demon slayer will earn the right to stay in heaven. As you play White's story, you'll have plenty of opportunities to get to know the other Neons.
Can't believe I missed the start of it. Gutted.
You can use a soul card's magic to shoot like a gun, or you can discard it to use its special movement ability. When to shoot and when to discard is up to you, but if you want to go fast, you're going to need to discard your cards. Don't be afraid to use them. You can't take cards with you to the next level. Here's your handgun. Discard it to use Elevate, which lets you double jump to attack from above, or create new shortcuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Here's your SMG.
Like, it looks so
discard it to use
fast
Stomp.
for
It's
such a
self-explanatory.
kid,
It's a really unusual blend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Discard it to launch yourself like a fireball.
What's up, Pong
Now let's
Soul
put it
brother?
together. I'll
Thank you for
demonstrate a
coming
level
by.
for you.
Let us know, guys, if the audio balance is okay, if we need to
Neon
up
White
the
is made up
background
of
or
tight, hand-designed
down it a
levels
little
that are
bit.
meant to be replayed, with new things to do as you gain XP known as Insight. You can share level times with friends, or if you prove yourself, you can compete on the global Neon leaderboards. I got a silver. You can see I earned some Insight, which unlocks a few new features for this level. Not bad, but let's see what it looks like if we
That
play
is
our
cool,
cards
yeah.
right.
See, this I don't usually play like deck builders or anything like that, but you know, this could bring in people who are not usually into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's got action, isn't it?
Neon
You know what I mean?
which
Yeah.
I
unlocks
think
even
this
more
would be a
missions.
really cool game.
It also earns
because
more
these are, I mean,
insight,
the ball
which
was at
reveals
8
hints for
seconds that you
shortcuts
did that.
and a hidden
This would be a really
collectible
good
in
game
every
to just
level.
jump in and out. You know, do
Yeah.
Each
the
one of these
levels
gifts
and
is a
then-
mini puzzle that requires a clever use of card resources to collect. It's
Definitely.
a tattletale
Need
toy.
to keep
I
keyboard
know
and
someone
mouse
who
this
loves
game.
these. Let's go find
Yeah,
it.
that's
what you
true.
need.
That's 100% true, actually.
This is the
It's
map of
PC
Central
and,
Heaven.
Switch.
Here you'll get new missions and
wouldn't want
events
to
where
play
you can
something
spend time with the other
Switch and
characters.
handheld at once.
Yeah, that's one of the
Steam Deck.
Giving
drawbacks
gifts
for
you
it, I
found in
guess.
your missions will deepen your relationships, which can lead to certain encounters.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was thinking. Doc CMF. I was totally
It's
agree.
not a traditional dating sim, but there's lots of juicy content to unlock, like side quests exploring the underworld. And hidden memories from your past
It kind
life,
of reminds.
which
I
might
know
change
it's
how your story
probably a
ends.
weird comparison, but if you ignore the card stuff,
During the 10 days of
the
judgment,
kind
you'll
of
find weapons made of
platforming
human
reminds me a
souls.
bit like
Meet angels in the
Doom
flesh.
Eternal.
You
And if
know,
you
it is
become
kinda
a member
really
of one
I
team,
knew you
tight.
were going to say that as soon
They'll give
as
you
soon as
Oh,
you
really?
started that there. Like,
Yeah.
I thought
Neon
the
White
same
is
thing,
coming
actually.
to Nintendo Switch and
Nice.
PC this winter.
That's-
If you're
I
a
like the
freak,
platforming
put it
in
on your
Doom
Steam
Eternal as
wishlist.
well.
On behalf
Yeah,
of
I
the
know
so
some-
do I.
Nice, nice.
We'll
Yeah.
see you in heaven.
It breaks it up nicely. It's nicely done.
Yeah,
I like exploring for the collectibles and that.
yeah, yeah. That looks awesome.
That looks really cool. Yeah.
No release date or anything there, though, was there? Unfortunately.
No, I don't think so.
But still cool. Really looking forward to that.
I'm Chandana Kanayaka. I'm the studio head at Outer Loop Games. I'm a designer and artist. We're my backyard in Bothell, Washington, just north
Nicely
of
put
Seattle,
together.
and I run my studio out of my bedroom.
So I'd worked with Eka for several years previously on different projects, and he pitched me this game with a bird in it. We prototyped that and pitched it around, and that turned into Outer Loop.
I grew up in Sri Lanka, which is a former British colony, Falcon Age. It's a sci-fi game set in a distant planet, but it's loosely based on anti-colonial sentiment. So for this new game, it's an idea I've had for a couple of years while we were making Falcon Age.
Oh, right, sorry,
I
yeah,
didn't know
Falcon Age,
exactly
yeah.
what the game was going to be, but I knew thematically what we wanted to try to do. And I have a writing partner, Meg, who is in Bangalore.
That's the
It took us a
previous
couple
game,
years
isn't
to
it?
kind of figure out the core idea for the story and the theme, and then we kind of pitch it to the team and see how they like it. Deals closer to some of the themes I wanted to try to tackle next, which is immigrant culture, growing up in the U.S., gossiping aunties and overbearing parents and family pressure. Really, the game comes together with the whole crew of 15 and bringing their own specialty.
Myself and Eka, we knew each other back in California on my first job, actually, and then eventually ended up starting Outer Loop. Every game I make, there's some aspect of juggling, parkour, martial arts, skateboarding.
Nice.
We're gonna go skating.
What's up? I love
always, what he
indies.
does,
How are
right?
you doing, my friend?
One
Thank
of
you
my
very
main
much for coming
things is I
by.
want games to be really accessible and easy. So I've been skateboarding for about 24 years, and I'm terrible at it. The Tony Hawk type of games, it's a break from reality of what actual skateboarding is and more of like the things I actually want to do. You rarely crash in the skateboarding.
I mean, he says he's terrible,
because
but I
I'm
can
trying
do
to
that
make
on
it as
skateboard.
accessible
Yeah,
to as
exactly.
many people as
For
possible.
24 years, though. Is that what he
It's
said?
all relative.
In my 20 plus years, it's been the most fun team I've ever worked on. We wanted to put something out there that's more reflective of our lived experiences, which we feel like as a game will stand out. Our process has been find a unique theme that's not out there, and then mix it with some more familiar gameplay. And that's what we did with Falcon Age, and that's what we're doing with the new game. We're really excited to talk about it.
New partnership.
Nice.
Okay. That's an Annapurna game if I ever saw one. Thank you, Lady Foxfire. That's very kind of you. Yeah, definitely, guys, hit that like button if you are enjoying hanging out for this awesome Annapurna stream. Really appreciate you hanging out with us. What's up, Stubbsy baby? How you doing? Thank you very much for being here, buddy. Yeah, that's definitely an Annapurna game. One that Meisuko may dig. Partnership. Do you think they've done these partnerships previously, or is this a new thing, do you think? Do they just mean...
Hi, my name is Jessica Mack.
I assume that there's sort of brand new partnerships between Annapurna and these developers, sort of just like a publishing.
Are they just referring to it as they're publishing the game kind of thing? Do you think it's not anything more than that?
Back then, most people didn't
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But we did. And I guess as a side effect of that, I was also interested in how computers work. I would always tinker with them. And I met a friend who gave me my first compiler. It just seemed like magic. Like, how did you even make it? Not even a video game, but like a program. I started off working alone because there was nobody else. My first game was solo. And then the second game, I collaborated with a musician. Then I took some time to like actually sit down and write songs and produce them properly. The music in this game, I just feel more confident about. The analogy I think of is, let's say you're writing this song and you're like, we need someone to go off on the guitar at this point, guitar solo time. You can't tell someone how to do that. You just have to have the instrument in your hand and you have to feel it and you have to be like one with it and let it rip. It's the same way with video games.
Definitely.
Some of these people are bloody talented.
Yeah.
Developing your own game and then also writing and producing your own
exactly,
music
yeah.
as well.
Well, that's actually something Dev Store done as well. The main developer was also done the soundtrack as well. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't actually. That is a bloody fantastic soundtrack.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's done a few other game soundtracks other than their own games, if you know what I mean, as well. Like he's done, I can't remember what he's done actually, but yeah, he's done quite a few game soundtracks. I think it's David Fenn or something. He's one of the lead two guys anyway.
Is super interesting to me, and so all my games are music focused. The music for me is very much as important as the game part of it itself. This time with this game, it is an adventure game, but it's action, but there's like this musical component to it. When people play it, they won't know what to expect. I want to make an engaging experience, but not an addictive experience.
Reminds me of Rez.
Oh, yeah.
I
know the one you mean, yeah.
Cool.
I was thinking it reminded me a little bit of Narita Boy as well, just sort of maybe the character model ever so slightly.
Yeah.
And the 2D bits.
I definitely enjoy a good music game, as you know, obviously Artful was saying about that as well. But there's lots of great music games out there. Cadence of Hyrule is cool. Shout out to SMJ Smoke. Thank you very much for being here. Oh god. Just copyright. la 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 la. I think it's an old we get away with it, hopefully. Anyway. So yeah, this is like a bit. What's their other game called? I recommended to Masuka that I've totally forgotten now. Oh god, more music.
You just need to keep talking.
Yeah, it's like, you can see like the you see like one person who looks like Luke coming towards me, a lawyer. A lot of their games go Switch and PC or Steam.
Yeah.
And then later sometimes elsewhere. Playable demo.
Nice demo for that as well.
That's cool. There's quite a few.
Yeah, honestly, this is really, really why I want a Steam Deck.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
so true.
much rather play these games.
Solar Ash, baby.
Steam Deck rather than...
Sorry. It's got...
No, that's all right. I don't want to start your excitement. I know both you and Luke are excited for this
I'm
one.
definitely excited for this, yeah. It's coming to PC as well, obviously. So then again, for the Steam Deck, you won't miss out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got a PlayStation or not, but it's coming to PlayStation as well. Looks cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
It's such a big leap from Hyperlight Drifter as well. It's just, you know.
It is, yeah. It's kind of, you can see the roots though, if you see what I mean though, which is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The art style's actually pretty much the same, but just in 3D.
It's like they've taken Hyperlight Drifter and gone inside in a 3D world of that game, kind of thing, almost.
Yeah.
Kind of, anyway. They got the same color palette, haven't they, kind of thing? Almost.
Yeah.
Second good. This is saying is. Oh, hang on. I won't speak too soon. Where's the? Oh no. Oh, it's Epic Games. Oh, it is. Yep, 26th of October. Nice.
Nice.
That's quite a good day actually, because it's a ridiculous amount before that. it's gonna stack up again, so. But there we go. That's going to be AAA season,
with the,
so.
where you have to guess who the little cartoon people are.
Stratego.
Is that it?
No.
Getting through quite a few games. Pretty damn sweet.
Well, hi there.
Hello.
My name is Davey Reedon. I was the creator of The Stanley Parable and The Beginner's Guide.
I'm Carla Zamanova.
Nice.
I was
That's
co-creator of Gone Home and Tacoma.
And we started a studio.
It's true.
It's called Ivy Road.
That is some fine china.
We're making a video now.
We're working with Annapurna to make a totally unannounced game that we can't talk about yet.
We are very, very lucky to get to be joined by our good friend Daniel Rosenfeld, aka C418, the musician from Minecraft. And speaking of, Daniel is actually composing the music that you're hearing right now at this very moment. Let's go to him. Hey, no, sorry, I didn't want to, you're good. I'm just, for the people, just saying, hey, so.
Can you give him a treat?
No, don't feed him. That's all right, we'll leave him alone. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Ow. Who needed this tea? We are both super excited about Ivy Road and about the thing that we are working on together that we can't talk about. All we can really talk about is each other right now. And
That's
so
true,
I wrote a couple questions to ask you to kind of get to know you a little bit better, to find out more for the people at home and about sort of our studio culture and what that's like. So question number one, if you really are a true gamer, name 10,000 games.
Oh man. Well, I mean, honestly, there's like Final Fantasy 1 through 10,000.
Okay, actually, I didn't expect her to get that right. A bus leaves Atlanta at 10:30 a.m. traveling west at 55 miles an hour.
Okay.
Why?
You don't want to leave Atlanta?
Last question for you here. Why do kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I understand that child psychologists have been debating this for like decades. There's two schools of thought on the subject.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you very much for joining us for this discussion.
There's supposed to be a
studio values of
a new version of the Stanley Parable coming out.
Let's cut to Daniel.
Let's cut to Daniel.
Don't know if you heard about that. I think Shizno just mentioned it's not come to console yet either. Which is another game.
Cheers.
Again.
Tea.
You know, Steam, baby. I won't say it. I won't keep saying it. There's a lot of indie games that don't come over, so it's nice to have the Steam option. Be cool when people get in on that for, you know, the Steam Deck too, so there'll be more people on the Steam ecosystem or whatever. They're not those millions anyway.
Decided to be an insurance commando. Pirates are kidnapping cats from our ships. Luckily, the cats bought our deluxe insurance package. Your mission? Eradicate the pirates by any means necessary. Protocol 127.1.
What's up, HTK? Thank you very much for joining us.
Protocol 832. Being smelly and what to do about it. Oh no, you're making smell clouds.
Smell clouds.
You're so dirty. A space pirate smelled you.
What is going on?
Wash your whole body. Beware of blades. Protocol 999. Risk not, want not. Skin Deep. Wishlist now on Steam or blendogames.com.
Definitely a quirky one.
And remember, if you screw up, it's not the end.
I think they're going for that almost like, I don't know, Stanley Parable-ish comedic element almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a voiceover. Pathless! Yes! Coming to another console now. Please. Not that I, you know, play it on PC, but it's... Oh, Steam! Yes, that's the one! That's the beauty. It's only on Epic at the moment, isn't it?
On my birthday as well.
Is it? Will you dive back in?
I don't know. Love the game. I just don't know if I'd dive back in on Steam.
And what remains of Edith Finch? What's going on with that? App Store.
Oh, okay.
That's cool though.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if anybody in the chat hasn't played this game yet, please do.
Great
please,
shout.
Please play this game.
Definite. I Am Dead. This is quite a cool game as well.
Yeah.
I think Coop played this a while back. We talked about it. It's quite unusual. Obviously, you can tell. But yeah, it's supposed to be quite good actually.
Hi there.
Oh, Telling Lies. Nice. Have you played his game, Sam Barlow, isn't it?
Yeah, I played. What was it? Her Story.
Yeah.
I played the first one, which I loved.
Right.
But I haven't played Telling Lies.
Oh, okay, cool. It's supposed to be really good as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. Yeah.
And here's Gora Gora, the game I forgot the name of earlier, which I was trying to say when I mentioned about Mitsuko. That one reminded a little bit of this one because of the sort of like panels and stuff. Pretty cool game. Very short segment. Getting through a lot of games though. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty jam-packed.
Yeah, and it's Stray time, baby.
Stray time.
Let's go.
My name is Swan, producer at Blue 12 Studio, and today I'm going to show you more about Stray.
Let's see this, guys. Cannot wait for this. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, do you think it's still 2021 or they pushed it? I have a feeling they pushed it.
You play as a cat who has fallen inside
This is
a
epic.
mysterious and forgotten city. Separated from his family and injured, he will have to explore and survive in this unwelcoming environment.
Bloody hell.
I'm coming, buddy.
It's breaking my heart.
Yeah. Oh my god, though, it's just amazing art
From
direction.
the cat's unique point
Yeah,
of
the
view,
art direction
players
and
must navigate
visual.
their way through
Lighting's
the
great,
dangers
isn't
of
it?
this unfriendly place,
Yeah.
and use the cat's skills to solve puzzles and uncover mysteries along the way.
Yeah.
This is it. This is this is the bomb. Oh yeah. Even better than I thought, actually.
Wow.
That lighting, sexy. Oh. Lady
Along
Foxfire
this journey,
says, "I am
the cat
in
will
love."
meet a small drone named B12.
Love it.
Using the drone's ability to interact with objects in the world and communicate with the strange inhabitants of this secluded place. Together they will work to learn more about the secrets of this forgotten community of human-like machines.
So good. Oh yes. Clever cat. Intriguing world. Sorry, go ahead. Animation.
good.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
animation is so good.
Definitely. I saw a screenshot of that room where the
cat will
like,
always be
library-like room, and I,
his
I
adventures
didn't
will
even
be
know.
filled with friendly and
Didn't even
playful
realize it was actually
interactions
Stray.
with
It looks
his
so
new
good. It's cool, man. I have a fear that it's
The
pushed though,
big
but I'm
machines are
fine
not the
if it
only
is.
inhabitants of the city.
Well,
and
kind
some
of.
encounters will not be as friendly.
We'd want it sooner rather than later, but I want it to be the best it can be. I can see it's ambitious.
Yeah, it's always the thing, isn't it? You're kind of torn between wanting to play something you're excited for as soon as possible, but also
Jumping
you
and
want
using
to develop
stealth to
it, take
avoid
as much time
dangers
as
will all be vital
Yeah.
if you want to escape this city.
It's obviously
and be
ambitious.
reunited with family.
So, yeah, but it's looking pretty sweet, and I'm liking these bits as well. What a legendary cat.
Unless you find a way to defend yourself, and the prey might become the hunter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Changing things up. Sweet. It's not all stealth then.
Stray is coming to PS4, PS5, as well as PC in early 2022, and we can't
There we
wait
go.
to show you more.
Next year, yeah.
2022, yeah. Had a feeling.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's cool,
That's
yeah.
okay.
That's
We've got
actually
plenty. Nice. Looks amazing. You'll have your Steam Deck by then. Scott, have you got a PlayStation, Scott? Sorry.
I don't actually know,
Oh, okay,
so this
cool.
will have to be a Steam game. So I've got to. I have to see when I get Steam Deck. At the moment, it's Q2.
Oh, right, you're on
2022,
Right,
so
oh, sorry,
I
right.
might have to wait a bit.
Is it only one of the tiers that are coming out this year then? Is one of them coming out in December? Or...
It's funny,
All of them are coming out in December. It's just I
codes-
didn't get my pre-order
I
in
think we've
until
kinda
a
Oh, is
little
it?
bit later,
got the name
unfortunately.
Oh, right, I
being
see.
a horror
Got ya.
game dev, and for every game we've made, we've never set out to make a horror game. We've set out to make thrillers
Oh,
or
it's,
atmospheric sci-fi.
Sam, is that you making that noise?
Oh, yeah, Observation. No, that's not
Observation,
Observation.
that's it.
That was
Was
terrifying.
it Observation?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
was
was
Observation.
Observation,
Yeah. That's a Devolver game, then, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, they published that, yeah.
We've pretty much known each other since the third year of primary
Looked like
school.
Observation, though, didn't it?
I'd be round at John and Graham's house, or they'd be round at mine.
You kind of think back and you go, oh yeah, I was never really a big horror fan. And then
It's
you think,
definitely the right
actually,
guys,
that's all
'cause
we watched.
they're
I think
Scottish, the
maybe
people who made
Graham Omar got
Observation.
The Aliens director's
Yeah.
cut. And so just every Thursday for about a year after school.
Collabing with
it went on.
Annapurna this
We're always
Yeah,
very close,
yeah.
playing in bands together. I think there always has been that sort of creative drive to sort of work on a project between us all. And so this, in many ways, feels very natural.
I always knew if I was going to start something
I'd probably do it
No
with
code, that's
Omar
them,
or
yep.
Graham, or both.
Making games as a job, I wouldn't have believed my older self we'd be doing this and working on the projects that we've worked on so far.
Yeah, it's definitely observation.
Personally, for me, No Code, and it's not because I'm working here, but they are one of the most exciting studios in Scotland by far.
They've nabbed them.
I've always sort of had it in the back of my head that if I was ever going to jump ship, it would be to join them. It's incredibly encouraging to see where we could go, both as a company,
Good
but I
game
think what we could
observation.
do for the city of Glasgow as well.
I didn't actually
So we're working on a new project.
I didn't dive into it, I have to say. I nearly did.
Our biggest project to date, and
It was in
obviously
Game Pass at one
we've
point,
scaled
wasn't
the
it?
team
Was
up,
it
we've
still
doubled in
in?
size.
It's something that
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
think it
we
was.
really get a chance to work on, like something we'd be able to do in our career. It's one of these opportunities that come up and you just you have to move along with it. We're taking what we do and what we love and trying to push it to the next stage with a bigger budget and a little bit more time. We've never really set out to make a horror game, but we've kind of ended up in that. Whereas this game, we are setting out to make a horror game. I don't think anyone's expecting what we're going to do next.
Nice.
Which makes it even more exciting.
Yeah, because it isn't observation. There's not that many like fighting or anything like. There's no. It's all like
No, it's
story
nothing
based.
like that.
Yeah.
It's all story and puzzles.
Exactly. Yeah. Story and puzzles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering.
Oh.
Here we go. Luke's time now.
Hey folks, Alex from Mobius here. Just wanted to give you a brief update on what we've been up to behind the Veil of Shadows. First off, Mobius and Unity have partnered together and are working hard to bring Outer Wilds to the Nintendo Switch. We look forward to having it in your hands this holiday season. We are also very excited to officially announce that we're making an expansion for Outer Wilds, and it's going to weave directly into the existing world and narrative. Now, if you've played the game, you might be wondering, how? And also why? And those are very good questions. Okay, without further ado, we hope you enjoy this willfully
He sounds like
trailer
he's
for Outer Wilds first.
He's from like
only
he's on from the film Fargo. Okay then. Okie dokie. Here we go. Is this where we're going to get one over, Scott? Do you think, or?
Well, the thing is, everything about the Outer Wilds that I'd seen interested me. It was just when I actually got to play it,
Same. Definitely same. Like, it looks really cool. It's got like, a lot going for it, obviously, and it's highly celebrated as well, obviously. We're the weird ones, Scott, I'm afraid. We're the minority.
Nice, yeah, that was the name that I did.
Oh, you've heard about it, have you? Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
28th of September.
Oh.
Nice. Again, not too far away as well.
That's wrap-up game of the year for me.
Thank you so much for watching our first
Nice.
showcase. We hope you enjoyed the sneak peek into the world of Annapurna Interactive. Until next time.
Oh yeah. We get a little round up.
Cheers.
Nice. That was pretty damn sweet, actually. Pretty much what we thought it would be like, I think, the sort of lengthwise. And yeah, a little bit of extra surprises, but mostly the stuff we thought I kind of would be there was there, and it was a really good show, I thought. I missed the start. Hopefully I didn't miss anything key at the start. How much?
Just a recap.
It was just a recap. And
It was just existing titles that they published. Just so
oh, was it? Okay, cool.
Those, yeah.
I'll just wind it back, guys. And yeah, let's just roll that. Yeah, so, what did you think of it, guys? What did you think of it? Maybe we'll go with Luke first, hot off the press. How did you feel about the showcase? What was your highlight or anything, my friend?
No, I mean, it's kind of as expected, but really good. They just have so many really great games at the moment. All very unique. And the presentation of that was excellent. It was even the developer kind of spotlight, which can sometimes go on for too long. Didn't, I didn't feel like at any point it was kind of like, oh, hurry up, let's get to the next game. It was all very interesting, and they've got some great collaborations on little things that they didn't really show, that we were just kind of talking about generally. So their slate of future games that haven't been announced also looks really promising.
Most
highlights. I think like the main, I won't go with the Outer Wilds because we sort of knew that was coming. We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I think Stray just looks unbelievable, doesn't it? It's just artistically, visually,
hard not
the
to.
Concepts. It's just hard not to think of that.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
Something amazing.
Definitely.
So yeah, definite highlight for me. And more Solar Ash, which continues to look fantastic.
And a release date.
Yeah, had a release date.
Yeah.
It's great, really great.
Definitely, my friend. So I definitely did miss a bit at the start. I know a few recaps there of some cool games like Sayonara Wild Hearts on there I just saw, but which was a really cool game. But yeah, definitely a good shout. It's hard to not think of Stray because it looks so damn good. It looks so damn good. Really impressed with that. And great shouts there, Luke, my friend. And let's get a hot off the press Scott's reaction to the show. What did you think of it, my friend?
Yeah, I thought it was a great show, Indy. I mean, it was pretty jam-packed for, what was it, 30 minutes, maybe a little over 30 minutes, and I think what must have been 20 things. I'll not say games, I'll say things. Obviously, some of them were kind of partnership announcements, but otherwise they jammed a fair bit in there. And as Luke said, nothing felt sort of like it overstayed its welcome, particularly the developer bits. Even the bits where they were just announcing partnerships rather than games, there was a couple of funny elements in there. None of it seemed to drag too much. For me, the highlight, I said it before the show, the thing I was looking forward to is actually just seeing a little bit more of Neon White. I thought it was great to see just a little bit more about how you play that game, how it'll work, and I'm more excited for that now after seeing that than I was previously, actually. So and then I beyond that, I mean, I can't look beyond Stray as well. It was great to actually see some gameplay of that. I know Luke had mentioned that he'd seen maybe a couple of snippets beforehand. That's the first time I've actually seen anyone actually playing that game, and I think it looks fantastic.
Quite a bit of gameplay in that. Nice, my friend. Yeah, there's quite a bit of gameplay in that Stray trailer as well, wasn't there? A lot of variety, showing it off. Is if anyone was craving, seeing Stray and what it's all about, I think that definitely will have ticked the box. It did for me anyway, for sure.
Yeah, and then one that kind of stood out that I don't think I'd seen previously was Gorogoa.
Oh yeah, nice.
I don't think I'd actually seen that before the showcase, actually, Indy. And
oh really? Okay, cool.
That looked really interesting. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that.
Definitely a cool game, actually. Yeah, you could pick it up for pretty much nothing in this. Well, like Steam sale, it was like going for a £5 or something, or £4 or something on Steam. But you get really good deals on Steam sales anyway. But yeah, it's usually not that much more than that. I would say 12 or so quid or something. It's a cool little puzzle game. Very artistic sort of vibe to it, and yeah, recommended. It's got, I think it's overwhelmingly positive on Steam as well, actually. So review wise, it's definitely.
Did they say that was coming to Game Pass in that trailer?
Oh, did it? That's a good question. That was towards the end, wasn't it? Middle-ish.
I think I remember maybe seeing. Did it say something like "Come to Game Pass soon"? I think it may have said, unless I'm mistaken for a different game.
Let's see. I'm scanning. Was it after? When was it? Do you reckon in the stream?
It was kind of towards the end.
3/4 in, wasn't it? Maybe or something like that. Was it after Stray? Oh, here it is. I got it. Let's see if you've got that right. No, I don't think it said, unless it was. Did it say it on the black screen, or
I might be getting it mixed up with a different game. To
it's
be honest, there was a little bit where it was right at the end.
Yeah. Oh no, you're right. Coming soon, Game Pass. Sweet.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Well done. That is really cool. Then, yeah, like definitely a good game for Game Pass people to check out. It's obviously been out a while anyway, so it's good. A lot of people, always say, "Oh, game has to go into Game Pass." Indie games, they have to be in Game Pass, right? But there's other routes, and often, you can maybe like we've seen with Death's Door. I keep saying that, I said it earlier on Boom's show. Death's Door has done 100,000 copies in the first week, so you know it's not always about Game Pass.
Definitely.
You know, so there's definitely other routes, and a good route as well is if you don't go into Game Pass day one, you can get that second wind as well. If you go into Game Pass, like Gorogoa will now do second wind. They've done well anyway, obviously, but they'll get that extra little rejudge, if you like. But yeah, no, that's cool to see it going in there because it's a really nice game actually. Yeah, great shout. So chat guys, let me know what your highlights were of the show. Did you enjoy the Annapurna Showcase? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. You've still got some great people in there. Got Stubbsy Baby in there. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for being here. Assassin Looper, I know she would have liked some of the stuff on show today. I'm pretty damn sure of it. Shizno Elite, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Meisuko, I know you picked up Gorogoa, my friend. Did you try it out in the end? Have you got round to it yet, Meisuko? Thank you for hanging out with us. It's Timmy is in the house. Thank you very much for being here. I love indies. Fuzzy Belvedere is in. Thank you very much for being here. Rescue Squad Culp, thank you very much for coming by, my friend. Dark CMF and Pong Soul in-house, thank you very much for hanging out with us. And everyone else who's here, thank you very much for being so. Yeah, definitely really enjoyed it myself. I'm not hearing many people talking about the Artful Escape, which is all good. It's you know, maybe it's not up your street. Is that more the case? It's kind of not your vibe as much, guys, or just not one of your highlights, maybe?
No, I think it looked great. You know,
yeah.
I remember seeing it before, and it you know, it looks super creative. I just think that there are so many good games that they show off in stuff like this, and you know the stuff like Stray, I get, and Solar Ash to an extent. I don't know, that they just kind of grab me more than that, but that's not to say I don't think it looks good, because I think it does. But there's always that kind of one or two games that really stick out, and
definitely
Solar Ash and Stray.
It's
and Outer Wilds, you know. But
Outer Wilds is obviously going to be for you. That's fine. You can say that, my friend. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. One day maybe I'll get into it, like I say. But they held it. They obviously regard it highly, and they held it for that last reveal, didn't they?
Yeah, and it was interesting actually, because I briefly had a couple of times looked at the live chat for the showcase on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
And you know, people were spamming, you know, where's the Outer Wilds? You know,
nice,
so
right,
it's clearly got, you know, it has a massive cult following.
Absolutely.
That game. People are a bit like Hollow Knight, you know. People are very passionate, as you can tell from me, you know, very passionate about the game. And,
definitely.
That's what you need to.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I will. Well, I've played a bit of it. I played an hour and a half. I was like, I don't know.
So that's
sacrilege.
Play the dumb game.
You're gonna pin me down, tie me up.
Yeah, we need to do this walkthrough because I can't be having that.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say that, you know, that definitely sounded like a Silk Song sort of situation. So it's definitely a highly regarded game. You know, that they're shouting it out.
Yeah, and also just a really quick one, because I just had to think. This is related, but you know, this month I think for games has been for indie games has been pretty mental, right?
Definitely.
But we've got another now, I guess, with the Artful Escape coming out, because in September there's that comes out. Kena was delayed into September.
That's right. Yeah.
I think Sable comes out in September.
23rd.
And Outer Wilds now comes out in September as well, so that's also going to be an incredible indie gaming month.
Absolutely.
Artful Escape September, and then even October. You know,
it's going to be every month, and then basically.
Not discounting August. You know, it didn't actually show up, which I was a little bit surprised about. I guess it showed up in the montage at the beginning, about 12 minutes.
That's true.
Which is kind of, I think, one of the most sort of hyped indie games of the year, really. So
I think that is because there's a lot of Xbox guys in the community, so it feels very much so. But it is definitely hyped, but I think it feels hyper hyped, if you like. You know what I mean, because of that fact that it's been on the Xbox stage. It's very much in that, if you get what I mean.
But I'm really glad they didn't show it, actually, because I just don't think. I think that I'm really looking forward to that, but it's a bit like trying to show Telling Lies or Sam Barlow game. You can't really show those games. They don't have they're not gameplay heavy at all. 12 minutes is not gameplay heavy. It's all about its narrative. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really hard to show those sorts of games. And so, even before this, I was getting, frankly, a bit sick of seeing it because I don't need to, I'm all in on the game. I don't need to see it. You don't need to spoil anything for me.
Definitely.
So I think it was a wise choice not to show it anymore because, there'll be more trailers before it hits launch. But I think for this, it was just, let's leave it out. It doesn't need any more publicity at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Look, I think when it last showed up, I can't remember where it was that they actually showed the release date. But it was when we were talking about it. I think we actually live streamed that one, India. I can't remember who else was on the show, but I think we said, if it's here, it just needs to be a short trailer with a release date, and that's exactly what we got at the time, which was perfect.
Yeah,
because that's really what we needed for that type of game.
Definite.
Luke's right. We don't need to see it anymore. So I'm glad.
Yep.
I'm surprised, but I'm with Luke that I'm glad they focused on other things.
Yeah, no, exactly. They've got such a big range of games to show off, and it's definitely had a lot of attention and a lot of focus already. So, and September the 9th for Artful Escape is cool, which is quite early in the month. That's actually my wedding anniversary. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
It's going to be a short one.
That's not good, is it? What am I going to do about that? But never mind, yeah. I'll have to get my wife into the Artful Escape for the day. Maybe it'll be September the 10th we play it, or I play it. But yeah, no, definitely looks cool. I'm really grateful for the release dates for it. I was hoping for it, and yeah, it came through. And yeah, for me, Artful Escape, Solar Ash, definitely Stray. I mean, it's kind of the ones I thought it would be, which is the slight regret, if you know what I mean. It's always good to see something new, but sometimes when you see something for the first time, it's like hearing a song. You don't always get you the first time, and then you hear it a few times and you're like, I'm really digging it, you know what I mean? So you kind of seeing something fresh, it takes a little while to sink in. And especially with games like Annapurna style games, because they're not balls out kind of Doom or whatever. You see a Doom game or like a Shadow Warrior or something, and then you're like, okay, I know that looks awesome. But with Annapurna, this must be hard to market their games in a way because they're quite artistic and they're sort of subtext and all that, sort of storytelling under the sort of layers and stuff, if you see what I mean. So yeah. I don't know if you saw anything new, guys, that to see anything that wasn't on your radar. I mean, at the moment we're looking at that. What was it called again, Scott? Sorry, the Neon White, yeah. And that lived up to your hopes. Gone up a sort of level for you, has it, or?
Yeah, definitely, because we'd seen brief snippets of gameplay, and it kind of showed similar to this, but they kind of didn't go into depth as to what the loop was. We found out a little bit more about the sort of the speedrun element, how the cards worked. Went into a little bit more detail there, which is pretty exciting. And it's basically got a bit of a dating sim in the background as well, which I think is pretty new. I don't think I'll be into that bit too much, but the overall sort of gameplay, I really liked how they showed it off though, because they kind of showed what you'll probably be like when you first play it, and then they showed kind of a run where you nail it. Which kind of shows sort of the progression that you'll have through the levels.
Yeah.
Which shows how it'll have a fair bit of replayability, I think. So, yeah, definitely lived up to the hype, this one. And then, just as I said earlier, Indie probably Gorogoa was the one that maybe... I guess it's already out, so the announcement was more coming to Game Pass, I guess.
Yeah.
That one I hadn't heard of before for being a couple of years. So that one caught me by surprise. Looking forward to checking that one out.
Great to hear, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, just want to read a couple of the comments. Assassin Luba says, take care of the wife and the life will take care of itself. Great advice. I should definitely listen to that. I will be doing so, taking your advice. Assassin Lupa, great advice. And Shishno Elite says, I absolutely love seeing more of Stray. I definitely will be getting it, and that is awesome, my friend. Yeah, I think it's looking wonderful. Very unique idea that they're going for. So yeah, I was totally cool with these with the delay. I think they did have 2021 down as a sort of date originally. Obviously that can change always. I think that was down until today, but now it's 2022, which is kind of expected, and I think it's a good thing for that game, because it's not your average sort of there's not many games where you see a cat jumping around, traversing and all that stuff, so it must be quite hard to get that nailed down, the the physics of all that. So I think always good for any game really to take its time and make sure it's perfect. But what did you think of the actual sort of the gameplay? Is it different to what you expected, guys, or is it kind of like was the sort of combat-ish thing at the end just a little bit of a surprise for you?
I think it was pretty much what I expected.
Yep.
I expected a big emphasis on environmental puzzles, and that's exactly what they showed.
Yeah.
The combat, element, a little bit surprising, but not too surprising. It's very light. Clearly, like it's not the emphasis of the game.
It's not like you get your gloves on and start like boxing.
You don't become Puss in Boots. Whip out your sword and stuff. So. So it's not like that, so I think that was great. I think just the world of that game looks incredible. It's so well designed, and probably they've had to think really hard about how do you make a world where your main character is a cat?
That's what I mean.
How traverse a world?
Exactly.
How do we signpost things when people are a cat?
Yeah.
So I think that's really interesting. And there's just so much personality in the animations. And, again, I think between that and a game like Keno, right, you could plop those games down in front of someone and say who makes this, and you could quite easily say some big, AAA studio must have made this, because they look just phenomenal. Like they look better than many games that have higher budgets, not just artistically, but in terms of fidelity as well. And but allied to that, they're different and they're very creative. I just think that looks very special.
Definitely,
very special.
Definitely agree with that for sure. So unique. This imagine just taking on that. It's hard enough probably to animate a human walking around, because when you're doing something like that, it's kind of like you've got a sort of template almost from other people's work, but who's done a cat game? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Especially one of that fidelity, right, where you're trying to actually make it look like it's not a 2D sprite.
Exactly.
It's a full 3D realistic.
That's
cat,
true.
Right?
You can't hide behind a pixel art or anything like.
Yeah, exactly. And they nailed it. They absolutely nailed. And I'd say this: I have 2 cats, right? So I see cats all the time. It's just,
right.
Yeah, that's what they look like when they do stuff. So I think it's just awesome
stuff, buddy. Anything to add on that, Scott, my friend?
No, I think you guys nailed it. If I'm being completely honest, I think it looks awesome. It's obviously unique. I think similar to you guys, maybe I was going to say combat, whether combat's the right term or not, I'm not too sure. But that element did catch me by surprise a little bit, and I think it's cool because I think it's going to add a little bit variety. It's not just about the traversal and maybe the puzzles. There is going to be some light elements of that when needed as well. So no, but I think you guys nailed it. I don't have cats like Luke, but I can certainly see where Luke's coming from in terms of how they've nailed the animation and the behavior. Just the little thing towards the end of the trailer when it sort of nuzzled the robot and how it sort of arched its back as it sort of nuzzled in. Just little things like that. They've done some cat mocap by the looks of things. Maybe, so.
cat.
The developer is a cat.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key. Do you reckon they've done any motion capture or anything like motion capture? Do you like that?
Get out. Not like an Outer Wilds in that joke. Get out.
I'll retire and let you finish the show.
No, I think to be honest, it looks the animation rig that they've got. It doesn't look like it was kind of hand keyed in. If it is, it's incredibly impressive.
Yeah,
it looks like they have probably done a series of mo-captures with a cat, and translated that. Like
that would
legitimately
make an amazing dev diary. I'd love to see the process of doing that. Because obviously cats aren't particularly compliant as well.
That's true.
I imagine it was fairly stressful, and they had to be very patient, I imagine, if they did.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a great show. And Solar Ash on the screen at the moment, looking awesome, looking like it got a cool flow to it. Definitely excited for this one. I know you're excited for it, Luke, my friend. I guess it is kind of what we expected to see today, but nice to see it nonetheless. Would you say?
Yeah, no, I mean, again, you know, we've seen a fair bit of that before. I think.
Yeah.
Gameplay wise, they had a demo at one of the PlayStation showcases.
That's right. Yeah.
But I never get tired of seeing that game because of the art style and the movement and the kind of combat that goes on. You know, it's got this great sense of scale. It kind of, there are parts of it that remind me of Shadow of the Colossus. You know, like with the giant creatures and stuff. Like, I think that's clearly somewhat more of an inspiration. It just looks fantastic and so colourful and again very unique.
Yeah, you keep picking up on games that I haven't played. Shadow of the Colossus. I feel bad about that one as well. You're making me sound bad. I'm gonna have to start thinking of games that you haven't played, but maybe you've played everything.
I've played them all and played them all.
We'll see. I'll find something. But yeah, Shadow of the Colossus is only on PlayStation, not even on PC, is it? If I'm not mistaken.
No, it's just on PlayStation.
That's why I haven't played it, and I've looked it up a few times, thinking I want it to come to PC and all that, but it still hasn't. Most games send to, don't they? I don't know whether do you think that will ever come across or.
No. Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, it's entirely owned by Sony, the IP, and you know, I mean. I think it's a game you'd love, to be honest, because it does have it's very, you know, indie sensibility, extremely creative, you know, and Blue Point did an amazing job with the remake, but maybe one day, but I just can't see it.
Because like Journey came to PC quite a lot later, didn't it? So
it did.
Follow that sort of regime or whatever. But yeah, never know. But yeah, Solar Ash looks really cool. Definitely excited to check it out. Shout out to Infinite who's popped by. Thank you very much for coming by, my friend. It's great to see you. Let me just wind back. There was some comments. So, excuse me. So Dark CMF says Artful Escape also on the radar. Yes, I think he was saying he was. Great show. Neon White and Stray are definitely highlights for him or her. Sorry, I'm not sure. Apologise. But Doc CMF says that. Thank you very much for the comment. And Meisuko says Artful Escape is my jam. He's down with the kids with that comment. But that is awesome, my friend. I'm glad to hear that. You love your artistic games, so yeah, it's in the name. Looks awesome to me. I'm excited for it. It is very psychedelic, and I like that. But the music and everything, you know, it just seems like a really sort of like I want to say sensual experience, because that will think I mean something else, but like it is very sensory experience, maybe, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, audio visual, very much to the height, you know what I mean? I think sensory is the word I was looking for, not sensual. But sensual is something else, boys. Oh dear. But yes, Pong Soul says Stray really, really loud, when some hearts. Definitely a good shout, my friend. I thought you might dig it. It is looking amazing. Edith Finch looked interesting. Indie, is this good? That is Stubbs has played it. He's pretending he hasn't played it, I think. He talks about it all the time. It's like if you say let's have a conversation about indie games and Stubbs is there, he'll just be like Edith Finch all the time. But there we go. I'm glad to see it going to one more platform. It's pretty much on everything now, isn't it? I think
it's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, but all in all, guys, I think it was a pretty damn awesome show. They lived up to my hopes and dreams. Annapurna are awesome. Maybe I could, to get one more point from me, possibly one more game that I hadn't seen before that I was loving. The new stuff did look cool, but like I said, maybe it's slow to burn in, and then I will be loving the new stuff a bit more. But yeah, like, I'm sure they'll have some awesome stuff coming up. They've already got like an amazing lineup of games on the way. But yeah, I think it probably could get a score of 9 out of 10 if I had one more like really good, fresh new game that was on the sort of level of Solar Ash and sort of Stray. Then it would get maybe a 10 out of 10 even. Don't know what you think about the overall score of it, guys. I don't know if you want to score it or not. You don't have to, but how do you feel about it, the overall sort of perspective? Maybe Luke or.
Yeah, I think if I were, I'd give it a 9 if I were to give it a score. I think, you know, tons of content, some cool announcements, you know, more stuff on the games we knew about and wanted to see more of. And, you know, really good presentation. Really well edited. Good production values, no dead time. Brilliant, yeah. Really
I
good.
totally agree. Is this, as far as I'm aware, is this the first one Annapurna have done of this kind? Or-
Yes, it is. Yeah, this is the very first
That's
one.
what I thought, yeah. And it's just, hopefully there'll be more of these. I wonder if this will be a regular thing, kind of like the Devolver shows, or maybe more frequent than Devolver do them once a year, don't they? I think so.
Yeah.
But I wonder if
they've got enough. They've got enough games now. Obviously,
Yeah.
they've announced new partnerships during this as well. So
Yeah.
there's obviously stuff that they weren't able to show today. So it would be great to see them do something like this a little bit more regular and
Yeah.
maybe not rely on the big shows too much. Obviously, it's still good to see these indie games sort of highlighted at big events like E3 and Nindies or Xbox showcases. Obviously, Stray was shown off on the PlayStation show as well. So, but still, it's cool for them to be in a position where they can put out their own show and people are excited for it.
Most definite.
So I would hope to see another one at some point. In the future,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, maybe like once every 6 months or so, or something like that would be cool. But yeah, they've done like Luke said, a really good production value in my opinion. It's no like crappy webcam stuff, and maybe one or two bits of webcam, but there's still high production values, and great editing and nice visuals as visual like overlays and stuff like that. It looked really good. Nicely pieced together, nice pacing, really good stuff. And obviously the games are fantastic. I mean, like I say, I would give it a 9. I mean, how about yourself, Scott? Would you, as we've done our 9s, what would you give it, my friend?
I'm always hesitant to put kind of scores on.
Oh, okay,
on
you don't
things
have
like
to.
this. It's very subjective, isn't it?
Yeah,
depending
totally.
on whether the games interest you. But the thing is, if you've shown up to an Annapurna showcase, you've probably got an idea of what to expect anyway. And the likelihood is there's going to have been something there for you because there's a lot of variety. I agree with everything you guys have said regarding like production values, the pacing. As I said earlier, we got about 20 things in about 30 minutes, which I think was fantastic. There wasn't any real downtime. It was funny. There was gameplay.
Yep.
There was new things to show off. There was release dates, so it had pretty much everything. So I'll not give it a number, but I'll
That's
say
fine.
we'll score it high. I think you guys are probably on the money, if anything.
Okay, my friend, no worries. That is totally cool. Yeah, the Pathless as well, just popping up there, coming to Steam. I'm glad about that, and I think a lot of people will be glad about that. As obviously Epic is cool, but some people don't use Epic and they just stick to Steam. And the Pathless, as Luke, you've played it, haven't you, my friend?
Yeah.
I sort of cancelled my Apple Arcade, so I didn't play it on that. And yeah, I was been waiting for a bit of a sale on Epic or to dive in, but now maybe if it's going to go on Steam and then might get it over there. But yeah, definitely looks like a cool game. I loved Abzu so much. So it's made by the same people, isn't it? Obviously, yeah. Is it up to Abzu standards or better or worse? Would you say?
It's different.
Yeah.
I'd say. I think that's the main thing. It's it's got that similar lonely atmosphere,
Yep.
This kind of, you're very isolated in this very big world,
right?
So that's quite similar, but then mechanically, I mean, it's very different, very different.
Yep.
I think they're both excellent though. I loved Abzu.
Me
I
too.
love the Pathless as well, so
definitely. Yeah, that's fantastic, my friend. Good stuff. Well, I think we've done a pretty good job. Hopefully you agree. Hopefully we've covered it anyway, regardless. You guys have probably done better. I've got through just about. I've scraped through. But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun checking this showcase out. And there's a few guys in the chat actually have popped some comments in. I'll get to those before we wind things up. Just want to mention that it's Timmy has said, great show and panel, Luke, Scott, myself, and I will give the showcase an 8 out of 10. Good stuff, my friend. Yeah, I hope you saw some good. Definitely give these games a wish list, guys, on Steam or your platform of choice. Just to support these developers and keep an eye on the games. And Assassin Looper says she'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. Good, solid show, awesome stuff. Took half off for Stray not coming to Xbox. That's fair enough. It's all about personal viewpoints, and it's all good. Totally fine. I love it. Hopefully it will come to Xbox at some point. I imagine it probably will. Yes. So who else have we got here? And SMJ Smoke says, seriously, you need to play Outer Wilds. I think that might be directed at me and Scott, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have played it, but, I haven't dived into the deepness that Luke wants me to, I think. Have you played about...
There's a lot of peer pressure now, isn't there?
Yeah, there is,
feels
yeah.
like a necessity
I like it,
so.
guys. I like it. It's all good. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me, Luke and Scott. You guys are legendary. I think a lot of you both, and really enjoy your company always, and you always bring awesome stuff, great takes to these kind of shows. So thank you very much for being part of it. Let's wind up with Luke first. Thank you very much, my friend. Always a pleasure. Would you like to say where everyone can find you?
Yeah, sure. No, always a pleasure. You know that, and particularly for showcases like this, where you get to watch just some awesome games and then chat about them. So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at LukeSteele90, and then along with Scott, I'll steal your thunder a bit, Scott. We're on Green Pass Gaming on YouTube every Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome stuff. Yes, very good indeed. Thank you again for being on. Always a pleasure, my friend. And Scott, always a pleasure with you too, my friend. Love what you do. Loved hanging with you on Green Pass Gaming the other day as well. I love what you do at Green Pass Gaming. Fantastic podcast. Definitely check it out, guys. As you know, the guys are both shouting it out right now. It's in the link in the description below if you wanted to just press the link. But yeah, would you like to shout out what you're up to, what you're doing, where I can find you, all that good stuff?
Yeah, I'll try to keep it brief, mate. Obviously, Luke's covered GPG. Obviously, it was great to have you on Sunday as well, like you said, mate. It's always fantastic hanging out with you. I love doing these live streams as well. It's always cool just to share the excitement with people who are equally as excited about these games. So thank you very much for having us, and get me on Twitter at SX2 Gaming. Obviously, Green Pass Gaming on YouTube and Twitter and Sundays, all that jazz. But other than that, yeah, I just want to thank you for having me on, mate. Really appreciate the invite.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. I love hanging out with you, having you on, my friend. So always, definitely, we'll be doing that again in the future if you're up for that.
Absolutely, always.
Good stuff. Awesome, my friend. Thank you very much. So let me just quickly get to one more comment I just noticed that I missed before I just finalise this show. So Judzilla just mentioned also solid 8.5 for him, and he agrees one more game would have been perfect. There we go, my friend. That's good stuff. Yeah, just like that one more kind of like Stray level game would be awesome, but there's not many games like Stray knocking around, I guess. But yeah, it's an amazing show. I thought it was fantastic. Annapurna once again proving how awesome they are. They are formidable, and wonderful content they bring and curate essentially and publish it ultimately. But yeah, they do a great job, and very much enjoyed checking out the Annapurna Showcase. Hopefully there'll be more in the future. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat who's joined us. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging with you guys. So many great people in. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining us today. Been a really fun one. Love doing these live reactions and soaking up the indie goodness as always. I have also dropped a review on the channel a little bit earlier on today, guys. So definitely going to be getting back into more video content on the channel, reviews and stuff like that. I love doing the reviews. Definitely looking to do much more of those in the future. If all goes well, obviously, if it gets 2 views, then maybe not. I'm only joking. Don't follow the views. Do it for the passion of the indie games. The game I've done the review on is Omno, and it's a solo developed game by one guy who's gone independent after working as an animator in films and movies. So he's taken a brave decision to go indie, and Omno, it's pretty special. I don't want to spoil the review or anything, but it's pretty special, guys. Check out the review if you fancy it. Like I say, it's up on the channel now. I will actually drop a cheeky link in the description. Hopefully it will work to that Omno review. If you did want to check it out, hopefully that will be a link to that and not something random. But yeah, that'll be my link in the description, in the chat to my Omno review. If you fancy checking it out, it would be massively appreciated. Let me know what you think of Omno in the comments, all that good stuff, and let me know what you thought of the Annapurna Showcase in the comments of this description if you're watching now or after, etc. But yeah, would really appreciate the checkout of the Omno review, because put some work into it. Hopefully you dig what I'm doing with that kind of content, as I love doing them and sharing the goodness for the indie game world. But yeah, it means everything to be able to do it with a community, so thank you very much for being part of this, guys. You are all awesome, and yeah, just love being able to share indies with you guys and chat indies. Like, it's always great hearing what you guys have been playing and stuff too. So yeah, definitely hit me up at any point. You can find me on Twitter as well, indie_gamer_01. Obviously here on the channel. If you love indie games, this channel's all about indie games, so feel free to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest indie games goodness. But one final time, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will maybe shout just a quick shout out quickly. I'll run through the names because you're all legendary. I can't miss you one more time. You've got It's Timmy, Assassin Looper, Meisuko, we've got Stubbs Gaming, we've got Scotty Baby in there, SX2. We've got SMJ Smoke. I did what Stubbs does then. We've got SMJ Smoke. We've got someone new popped in at the end, actually, Manir Vogel. Thank you very much for dropping by, my friend. I was so hyped for this stream all month just for Stray. Yeah, Stray is epic. Hope it lived up to your expectations. Back from the dead, pop by. Thank you very much for coming by, my friend. Dragon Wolf, my friend. Thank you for being here. And It's Timmy. And Infinite, we had Graphic God in earlier, and we had HTK and Rescue Squad, Culp and Fuzzy Belvedere, and I love indies too. Thank you very much. And that's not me just saying I love indies, that is someone in the chat, by the way. I do love indies though. But yes, let's wind this up, guys. It's gone on too long. I've rambled on as always. It's been a pleasure, guys, hanging with you. Thank you very much for checking this out, and yeah, definitely check out the Omno review, which I dropped into the chat. But I will see you again, hopefully on the channel again sometime soon for some more indie goodness. Thank you once again for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.